Assalamu alaikum and good morning everyone. I'm Minahil Tahir from CEO Club's worldwide official publication Evolve Business Insight, and today I'm here to talk to one of the most remarkable leaders in IT industry. He's the Chief Executive Officer and founder of NetSol Technologies. Assalamu alaikum sir, how are you?
Walaikum assalam, I'm good and good to see you.
Thank you sir. So moving to your early career, so how did you start it? What was your motivation behind NetSol?
Okay, before NetSol, you have to go back to my career.
Yeah, early career.
Early career, and the question is, how did I come into computing?
Yeah,
I think that's a very important question. And we go back to my early education, which is I was studying in Romania, petroleum and gas engineer to be.
right.
And while I was doing that, I had to do a course in computing. Now we're talking about long time,
Yeah,
and time when the computers are very basics. They were not as we see today. Very basic machines. So, but my interaction with that basic machine was so powerful that I was taken aback by just imagining the future is petroleum and gas for me, or this machine which I saw just now and worked on it. And my mind said, yeah, no, you have to go into computing. So this is, I'm talking about late 70s and early 80s, very, very early 80s, when PCs were just coming in. So I shifted my total focus from a degree to acquiring understanding and knowledge of computing at that time. Did self-study, did courses myself, bought a computer at home and started going through the training of software development, self-training.
Right.
So this is 45 years ago. That's a 45 years journey.
Long journey.
Long journey, yeah. So, and I loved it, and I never regretted why I changed my profession. So in the meantime, gone to many countries, many places, worked. In my last 9 years before NetSol, one in Australia, they were very good 9 years as IT consultant, as a techie, as a person who technically doing well in that area in Australia, well taken by them, financially comfortable, family is happy in Australia, but somehow I was not satisfied with what I was achieving as a person, as a goal of my life, because I just felt that I'm just working for something for myself only, where I'm looking after myself and my family, but I'm not giving back anything to anyone, because it's self-life. It's you, and whatever you earn is yourself. What are you giving back? What are you is what you do affects anybody's life?
Right.
The answer was no. So with that in mind, I left Australia, a good life,
Yeah, definitely.
and came to Lahore with nothing in my pocket, because I don't save. I live a day at a time. Even now, I don't save. So whatever I earned, I was spending in a simple life. Anyway, came to Lahore with just this dream that we will build an enterprise which will truly be global,
Yeah.
and it will represent Pakistan IT to the world, because at that time, this is 28 years ago, mind you,
Yeah.
this is 1996. At that time, IT industry of Pakistan was not visible, not recognized,
Yeah, definitely.
and not easy if you're living in Pakistan and trying to sell technology to the world, because nobody recognizes it.
So like coming back to Pakistan with empty pockets, this was the biggest risk that you took, right?
It was crazy.
Yeah, people might have
Not
thought
just
that.
a risk. Believe me, that in Australia, my friends, people who care, said, "What exactly are you trying to achieve or prove to yourself with this kind of?"
They must have
empty pocket?"
demotivated you as
Yeah,
well.
empty pocket, and you have a good life, and suddenly you want to uproot your family. What's their fault? Why are you making them suffer?
Yeah.
Because Pakistan के हालात उस वक्त भी ऐसे ही थे जैसे अभी
Yes.
reality में. Anyway, so yeah, it was a risk. Fortunately for me, my elder brother Shah, he agreed to become my investor. So my initial investment was from the family, very small investment,
Right. Okay.
and I took that investment, and two of us together started building NetSol.
So sir, how did you identify the opportunities to start NetSol in international market?
When you start an enterprise, you come up with the dream and ideas. As I come into the business,
Yeah.
people will line up
Yes.
for my services.
This is the dream which we first get. Yeah.
इससे ज़्यादा wrong हो ही नहीं सकते. You could not be more wrong than I was. Then I came to Lahore with this mindset that, I'm coming from Australia, or मैं बड़ा techie हूँ, मैं बड़ा, I will bring my
Okay.
Nobody will, even recognize. Nobody will. At those days, at that time, IT was not as such taken seriously. They didn't feel that automation will help them with their business. So not an easy task at all. Very difficult first few months. Zero return to show. Going to office every day. Calling people, visiting businessmen all around, offering my automation services, and wear up very polite, a cup of tea, and this is it.
Right.
Again, luck plays some, and my family comes in heavily. My another brother who worked for Mercedes-Benz in the UK moved to Thailand with his company in Mercedes-Benz to start a new company in Thailand. So he called me if we can from Pakistan help them with some people. They needed some IT people, and that is how NetSol was started in terms of global, business.
Right. So, sir, NetSol operates globally as well. So, what are the major cultural challenges that you face?
In early days, there were a lot more challenges because again, we were not geared for the global market. As a Pakistan at that time, we didn't have the trained people who have worked in the global market. We didn't have enough skill set at that time to do what we want to do for our customer. There were challenges. Culturally, luckily for me, because I had lived overseas for a long time, so I knew what is required if you need to work in the international market. So that was good for me. So yeah, the challenge as it was, started training people and making sure that before we send our people out to the global market, they are quite prepared and trained so they can handle. Still, we had challenges once they arrived in a new site, new place to live for a little bit longer. We felt a lot of things were they were not ready yet, but those days passed. We managed. Now, Alhamdulillah, Pakistan is full of very skilled resources. People who have traveled around the world. So now, obviously, it's much easier to deal with the world customers, global customers anywhere.
Right. So what different strategies do you use to differentiate NetSol from other IT service providers and technology companies?
Excellent question. आपने बड़ी term use की IT services provider.
Yes.
Well, we are not IT services provider.
Okay, sir, I'm sorry.
That's the biggest difference.
Okay.
What we are is a product company.
Okay.
So we don't just service anyone else or anyone's business, or we sell somebody else's software and service them, which is an integrator. So we are not integrators. We are not system integrators. We are not just providing people. We are not selling people just to do somebody's work. We have our own product, which is designed and developed by us in Lahore, and we sell that. So when we sell that, we provide services. So all our services are to our own product. So that makes a big difference in Pakistan IT industry. Not many Pakistan IT companies do what we do in terms of developing your own IP, your own products, your own, and then build services around that product. And Alhamdulillah, we are one of few vendors in the world. I'm talking about global market, which now offer that product and services to the global market.
Right. Okay, so sir, what do you think that the emerging technologies like artificial intelligence, quantum computing, how do they impact the future of IT?
They are impacting already, not the future. They are impacting already. So we are in the future.
Yeah. Okay.
We are there, and it's impacting, and it's changing the landscape of how services were done in the past, how software were developed, how systems were designed. Is changing. And we all people in our industry need to be aware of the change and recognize and accept that we have to change with the changing need of the technology. If we do not, we become irrelevant. And the word irrelevant is very important now. Between relevancy and irrelevancy, are you relevant to today's business needs, or you're going to lose that edge you have built over the years? So yeah, that's a challenge. AI is the biggest game changer. It's already happened. It's in. Now we have to start adopting all our products which we have developed have to have a component of AI in them, so customers can use that, because customers do need AI to manage their business better. So yeah, it's our challenge, but I believe we are up to mark with that. We realized it earlier than others and started making sure that our products are gradually including AI component. It's a component in our system, so people can run their business better. And quantum computing is same. It's gradually will change how information is moved, how information is processed. We have to make sure we are aware of that.
Okay, so which trend do you think is overrated or not getting enough attention?
Well, AI is not overrated, like AI is a overkill. Okay. How is it overkill? It's not overrated because it's real. Because it's now been not just talked about, it's used.
Yes.
Earlier, a few years back, it was talked about. We were talking about AI, in the schools we taught. Well, no, it is real.
Yeah, now it's in practice.
AI is impacting our lives. AI is impacting our business. Well, it's overkill because gradually we will start losing the need of people, humans.
Yeah.
So AI will gradually replace, and it is already replacing human need.
Effort, yeah.
That for me is scary. That scares me because with such a big population in the world, gradually we're taking away the areas where there were jobs earlier, no more. And so those jobs are now being completely finished, diminished, and they don't exist anymore. That's the very scary picture in next 15, 20 years. We don't realize today, but I think in 20 years' time, we may regret why did we go after AI so much? Was there a need to become so smart or let the machine be so smart that humans are not needed anymore?
Yes.
So that could create some chaos in the world if we don't have many jobs to offer because machine is doing all the jobs. Give you an example, call centers. Already hit.
Yeah.
Boats are taking over call centers. Millions were employed in Philippines, in India, in Pakistan, in Vietnam, and other countries, just being on the call center. Gradually, boats are cheaper. They're smarter. They don't make any mistake. They get information quickly. Humans are replaced. So gradually, we'll see within a few years, zero human call center in the world everywhere. Even in Pakistan, we will have. The jobs will go in the numbers, BPOs. When batch processing will be gradually taken over by machines. Already happening. That's a big area of jobs we had earlier. Fortunately for NetSol, we never did that, so we are not in that segment. But I know many companies around us in our neighborhood in Pakistan have to change their business now. Otherwise, they will have a serious challenge with their revenue and not to do what to do with business.
Okay, thank you, sir. So coming towards your writing career now, what motivated you to start writing your books and how has it influenced your business?
Seriously, I'm not a writer. English is not that good, to be honest with you, to be very genuine in that. And in the school, I could write essays. I couldn't put my thoughts on the paper. But, having gone through the life, so much struggle, so much pain, so many failures, so many wrongs, so many decisions of mine going wrong. And I realized that there's such a treasure that I cannot keep it inside. I must share that with others. So maybe they can benefit and change their life and not make those mistakes which I made or I suffered or my family suffered and financial losses and pain. Remember, whenever things go down, it's painful. It's painful for anybody involved, not just yourself, but your family, your friends, your colleagues and all that. So I believe that was so much in me that I must share that. So I started with my first book in 2015, my own life story, from nothing to everything. कुछ नहीं से सब कुछ. And where does this come from? Remember, मैं कुछ नहीं लेके आया था.
You told it.
मैं जब लाहौर आया, तो कुछ नहीं लाया.
I've read your book as well.
You did, thank you. Very nice. So वो कुछ नहीं था, लेकिन अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह आज सब कुछ है. People say, oh, you say सब कुछ है, ये तो बड़ा वो claim हो गया. मैं no, to me it's सब कुछ.
Definitely. So coming back.
I put my ceiling here. I'm happy. For me, it's सब कुछ. लोगों के बड़े और बड़े dream होते हैं. They want to do more. I'm happy. So for me, it's सब कुछ. I've achieved. My main goal was जो मैंने आपसे पहले कहा कि create enterprise जो global है. कर ली. Now we globally represent Pakistan. Done it. So सब कुछ हो गया in terms of that. वो हो गया, वो book बड़ी अच्छी लगी. Amazing how people narrated, shared with me after reading the book and how they try to change their perspective of life, how they change their decision making. So I was happy. फिर उसके बाद business आ गया and I was looking around me and I saw startups failing. I saw enterprise failing. I saw people suffering. I saw people making same mistakes I made. I said, no, this is for me. If I keep it inside, it'll be unfair. कल we will not be here. And but I think book एक ऐसी चीज़ है जो पढ़ रहती है शब्द कभी किसी के हाथ में लगती है. Even 20 years from now somebody can pick it up and say, यार ये 2 page very interesting. This is very interesting.
Yeah.
What he said here is, yeah, I wish I could.
Yeah.
So decided to start writing the second book, and that is, which is my view of impossible is nothing. For me, if you have a desire which is very strong, which you feel that you have to do it, then trust me, you can do it. Yes, you will go through lots of ups and downs. There will be lots of pain points. There will be lots of failure in your life. But if you are so much believer in yourself, ultimately you will achieve it.
Right.
So impossible is nothing. उर्दू में है सब मुमकिन है. So ये words मैं बहुत सोच के choose किए थे. और फिर मैंने book को उसके गिर्द मैंने started narrating incidences. और ये याद रखिएगा कि मैं दूसरों की किताबें पढ़ के बुक नहीं लिखता हूँ. मेरी बुक में किसी का रेफरेंस नहीं है. मेरा बुक सिर्फ अपनी है. कोटेशन जितनी वो सब मेरी है. और अगर कोई है तो मैं रेफरेंस दूंगा कि उसकी कोटेशन. बट आई डोंट यूज एनीबॉडी कोटेशन बिकॉज मेरी अपनी लाइफ कोटेशन से भरी हुई है.
सिर्फ आपकी बुक्स में से कौन सा ऐसा पार्ट है जो आपको लगता है सबसे ज्यादा आपके क्लोज है? कोई ऐसा थीम जो आपको लगे दैट इट्स मोस्ट क्लोज टू यू?
उसमें एक चीज जो मैंने शेयर की जो सब मुमकिन में है, देयर आर 2 ways of being successful.
Right.
There are 2 ways of being financially successful. एक है कि आप कोई भी मीन्स अपना लें और मुझे अमीर होना है. I want to be rich and I don't care about the means. So you go out and start उसका जमीन पे कब्जा, उसका पैसा, इसका पैसा, start scams and all that. You start making a lot of money and you're wealthy.
Yes.
You're wealthy. Yeah, okay. There's a way to be wealthy. Then are you satisfied? Are you happy? I can't question because I've not been there. But I think people are not sleeping well when you take away somebody else's possession or you cheat with people and when you. So that's one part I've discussed. Second is that there's another way of building yourself, being successful. And not being filthy rich, but being financially well by doing the right thing. By doing the right thing, by selling something real, and then getting paid for this something real.
That's a very good thought. So, sir, आपकी सबसे बड़ी achievement क्या है? What's your biggest achievement?
The biggest achievement is that we are able to build a product जो पाकिस्तान में पहले ऐसे नहीं बनी, technology wise.
Okay.
And that was important for Pakistan. That Pakistan should be recognized. See, we are recognized by mashallah textile and agri-based production, but not anything to do significant जिसका नाम कोई intellectual है, something which defines us as smart people. Smart people, definitely, right. But what we have done does. Yes. So we today, alhamdulillah, we sell this solution to the global biggest name in the world, some of the biggest name in the world, managing their portfolios of billions of dollars on our software, designed and developed by our own engineers from Pakistan, from our schools. They have developed, designed, and now, mashallah, we are around the world now. And now we are recognized as a developer of a very smart solution, very clever solution. So I believe this is the biggest thing we are giving to Pakistan, the biggest gift.
So, sir, looking back to your career of more than 25 years, more than 25.
45.
45 years. Wow. I'm sorry.
You missed that number.
I'm really sorry. Okay. So, sir, is there anything that you think you must have done differently, or what will be your message to your younger self?
Very interesting इसका answer है sir. Imagine मैं आपसे question करता हूँ. Over the 45 years, I've gone through different phases, bad ones, right?
Right.
I said that, and good ones. अगर उनमें से एक phase भी आप निकाल लें, bad one, और वो bad ना होता, आप ख्याल में मैं where would I be today?
बिल्कुल smooth path जो है वो तो
नहीं पर let's say एक phase आया मेरी life में somewhere in the world I was, and वो phase बुरा ना होता, अच्छा रहा था. तो what do you think I've been today? I'll give an example. All right, I think I'll need a little more example. I was a partner with a Saudi guy. This is 1980 to 83. This is around 40 years ago already. And I became his partner by leaving a very good job in Citibank Riyadh. So छोड़ के I became his partner, and we started building a company with training, software training, computer training, and software development and other training with that. So we were doing very well in that business. We were a young man, 40 years ago, much younger, And so when the business started stabilizing and we started making money, the Saudi guy kicked me out from his company and his country and took away all my partnership. Was it good or bad?
It was a lesson, definitely.
No. Was it good or bad?
It was bad, definitely. No.
It wasn't bad.
Not for you.
Imagine करें, okay.
ठीक है.
वो सऊदी मुझे ना निकालता और
ठीक है.
हम कभी अभी होते तो मैं कहाँ होता?
तो आप सऊदीया में ही होते.
Thank you very much. Then you got your answer.
Yeah.
That bad was good. I was so down at that time. You cannot imagine the age of 22, 23, I have been thrown out of a business which I built myself and worked hard, and I was excited, and Salim was a champion, a smart guy, and suddenly this guy says, thank you very much, Mr. Ghauri, I don't know you, Yalla barra, out.
Okay.
So for many days, I was just fighting with Allah Ta'ala, ki, what is this? And Allah Ta'ala was smiling at me, telling me, little do you know, Mr. Salim Ghauri, what I have done for you by saving from this idiot. So, the lesson is in my book.
Yeah.
I mention it again.
Okay.
The bad of today is good of tomorrow. Remember this word again. अपने आप से भी कहना. Because you're a young person, everybody is young here. Life you will go through three phases. Things will go bad against you and you will be said, what's this? I don't deserve it. I'm a better person than that. I worked so hard. Or this person has, but you don't realize that bad is shifting you to a new direction, and that is your real direction. Ultimately, you'll arrive somewhere which this bad is guiding to you. So this is the biggest lesson in my book.
Right. So looking forward to the future, what are you most excited about, both related to your writing and NetSol Technologies?
I think would I write again? I believe I will, because this is a field that even few people pick up my book. It doesn't matter, 5-10 लोग भी book pick कर ले और उनमें से 2 को भी फर्क पड़ जाए मेरे से तो I have achieved my goal of writing. 2 साल का pain, it takes me too long. I'm not as smart as you are, so it may take me time to put my thoughts together and then writing it out. So surely, inshallah, there'll be a book 3, inshallah ta'ala. And exciting life is, life is exciting, life is real, and I believe that there are moments you must enjoy every moment, not wait for tomorrow's a better day to enjoy. Today is a better day. ये हमारी एक psyche है कि we always think यार what I'm doing my tomorrow will be better and then day after tomorrow much better. So आज मैं थोड़ा सा excited नहीं होता. I'm not excited with my small things happening in my life today. I'm waiting for the more better thing. That's not the way I live. I am happy today. I'm excited for where we are today. What we have achieved so far. Yes, tomorrow is a new world, new day, and inshallah we will do more, and then we'll be happier when we do more. But today is a very exciting day. So yeah, it's very exciting. I'm looking forward to a very exciting day, next day and a few days after that.
Right. So last question to you. What will be your message for our evolved readers who might be aspiring entrepreneurs or maybe the person who are interested in your field?
First lesson is be patient.
Okay.
When you start an enterprise, nothing will happen overnight. You will not achieve your goal overnight.
Right.
Second, whatever plan you have put on a piece of paper, business plan, the moment you start the enterprise, this piece of paper is gone. It's not useful anymore. So you have to have the ability to improvise the change which is already happening. Because see, this world is evolving so rapidly that all the business plans we put in last few months or a year, by the time we implement them, what has changed? So yeah, business plan is good. We budgeted everything at all. We done everything at all, but you have to be flexible. So patience, one, that success will not come overnight. It could be years. Second is that you be able to improvise. Don't get stuck with your business plan. Don't insist that I was right when I was designing it. Don't tell yourself that I was right. You just keep looking at it and keep looking at the changing environment, and then you are able to change your plan. Be flexible. Improvisation and flexibility is critical in success. So the 2 aspects. Third, be good to your people. When you are hiring a team, hire the best, pay them whatever you can pay best. Then trust them. Trust them to do your work. Let them do your work and let them guide you. I'll give you my example. I'm not the smartest, I'm not the cleverest, but I have amazing younger people like your age who guide me, who advise me, and I listen to their advice. I'm never right. They always, argue with me. I love that when they argue with me and they tell me otherwise, and I smile. Oh, why? So I love you guys because I realized long time ago I'm not smarter. So leaders need to be like that. They need to realize that they are a leader only, but they have a team who's supposed they brought those team in who's supposed to be smarter than them, educated, more educated, more thinking, more youth is there, so they are risk prone. Let them take risk. Let them take risk for you, and if things go wrong, you support them. Don't blame them because you allowed them, and then you take the blame and you accept it, and then try again because there will be lessons in those failures for them and for you, and together you try again.
Being open to criticism also, right?
Actually, last thing before we close your discussion, there's no such thing as failure. There's no such thing as a failure. There are always unsuccessful attempts. So when we try something and we are not successful, we are unsuccessful. We're not failure. Successful, unsuccessful, but take the failure out. Only one time will be failure. When is that?
When you think that you're failing.
When you give up.
Right. Okay.
So your attempt is unsuccessful. It's okay. You redo and try again. Keep trying 3, 4, 5, 10 times until you succeed.
Okay.
You become a failure the moment you give up.
Right. Thank you so much, sir. It was a very informative conversation with you, and it was very nice to have you.